I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Beer it is.
No, I said coffee.
Beer.
Coffee.
B-ear.
C-O.
B-E.
What? No. No. What? No. What? You went into the attic? I'm very disappointed and terrified. Why don't you bring this potato? It's pretty big.
Mom, you're always trying to give me potatoes. What is it with you?
I just think they're neat. Why do birds suddenly appear over there, over here? 8 spices. Some must be doubles. Oregano. What the hell? Oh no, not Lenny. Not Lenny. Kids, turn off the TV. I have some bad news about Lenny.
Not Lenny!
I'd rather do my taxes.
VCR Plus Instant Programmer, the fastest, easiest way to tape.
Next, on Jelly Roll Chicago, Film Stuffs So Far, Volume 2, featuring works by Erica Wester, Simone Kisiel, and Dakota Loesch. Hosted by Jack Weisman, produced by the original Sir Bedivere, Jack Quint. Live from the epicenter of independent cinema, it's Film Stuffs.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I got a name, I got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name, I've got a name. And I carry it with me like my daddy did, though I'm living the dream that he kept hid. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Like the north wind blowing down the sky, I've got a song, I've got a song. Like the whippoorwill and the babies cry, I've got a song, I've got a song. And I carry it with me and I sing it loud. If it gets me nowhere, I'll go there proud. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. And I'm gonna go there free. Like the fool I am and I'll always be. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. They can change their mind, but they can't change me. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. And I know I could share it if you want me to. If you're going my way, I'll go with you. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. You're watching Film Stuffs.
Wow. He did it, folks. Jack sang a song. Welcome
I
to
hope
the
that
show.
Luke Taylor is watching. That was for you, Croachy Eyes. That was for you.
Welcome to Film Stuff So Far. I'm so excited. What a great way to start the show. I think we're going to have to do that from now on. What do you think, Jack?
I think that's a hell of a way to start the show. You should like, share, subscribe, go to Jelly Roll Chicago right now. You should be watching on YouTube because that is where you can see in the highest quality the wonderful films we are going to show from the amazing artists who made them. And if you want to help out the program so that we can continue to keep bringing you great bits like this, both my singing from an award-winning filmmaker. I won a music video award.
You did?
I did.
You did?
I did. 2, actually.
You're the one.
But you can help support the show by Venmoing us at jellyrollchicago.com or at however Venmo works. It's there.
Yeah.
Read
if
it.
you
Venmo.
see anything that's Jelly Roll Chicago, it's most likely us. Just look for the Jelly Roll.
Not the Prince of Nigeria, except no substitutes.
How's your week been, Jack?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I want to are we doing the talk about what we watched this week at the end? Because I've got a good one for you.
Should we just start? Should we start the show with it? Talk about what we watched? Because I got a pretty good one for you. And then we have a great show today. Like, we are showing so many good things. We got animation going. We got horror shorts. We got some clean sheets going for you. Everything in between. I'm really, really excited. And we're showcasing our guests from the past month. So, Jack, what have you been watching? What do you got?
I'm just curious. What is your favorite Keanu Reeves movie from the 90s? The one about all the technology in the future where you're uploading information into a little port in your head. What's that movie?
Listen, I think I know where you're going with this, but I'll play ball. Is it The Matrix?
It is not The Matrix.
What? It's not The Matrix.
It's not The Matrix. Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh, man. I'll be honest with you. I've never seen it.
If you ever want to see the precursor to The Matrix, or if you ever don't want to see the precursor to The Matrix, just know that the film Johnny Mnemonic exists in the world. But the real reason to see it is for Ice-T.
Oh, Ice-T, isn't it?
He is. And he just delivers every single line with the Ice-T cadence. It's great.
It's up there with Tank Girl in terms of Ice-T performances. That's pretty exciting.
It's Ice-T just rolling in and doing his thing, just being Ice-T.
What was the best part of it?
Henry Rollins.
Word. Okay.
Yeah, he really hits the ground running with like the Christopher Lloyd delivery. Just shout all the lines. But somewhere along the way, I feel like he was told in the direction, tone it back. Channel more of the Keanu Reeves method where you just
really
go, whoa, where am I? How's this happening?
What a mistake. Such a wrong direction to take Henry Rollins.
Yes, just let him be bigger.
Just let him do whatever he thinks is right. It's good to have a conversation, but
it's interesting that this film it's got vibes of Demolition Man. It's also got Dizzy from Starship Troopers, whose name I forget right now, but this was her first movie.
Dizzy?
Yeah, Dizzy from Starship Troopers.
Dina Meyer? Or is it... I honestly only know a couple of people.
I think it's Dina Meyer.
Yeah. Well, Starship Troopers is... Maybe we should be watching that for the upcoming Independence Day. I have to be watching Southland Tales because I haven't seen it this year. It is my 4th of July tradition. Do you have any 4th of July traditions?
I mean, usually watching the Bill Pullman speech from Independence Day. That's always a classic.
Independence Day is so great.
It is. Any movie with Jeff Goldblum just gets better because of Jeff Goldblum.
So the guy I was talking about a couple episodes, Nick Lesko, he has these old songs where he takes quotes from famous people and turns them into different kinds of songs. So it's like if Trump was an emo song, if Fox News was an 80 power ballad. And that's he does one for Jeff Goldblum where it's like a slow, like Childish Gambino type song about sensuality. It gets stuck in my head all the time. So I had to ask Bones. I was like, what did we watch? Didn't we watch something? And she's like, yeah.
Is that good, huh?
You'll love this. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother.
What's his name? Derek?
Have you seen this movie? Do you know about it?
No, I don't.
Well,
tell me about it.
Let me tell you who directed it. Gene Wilder.
Wow.
Let me tell you who wrote it. Gene Wilder.
Yeah, it is.
The cast is Gene Wilder, Madeline Kahn, and Marty Feldman doing Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Excellent.
And it just should have been so... It's like, it definitely has its moments. Don't get me wrong. It's got some really great moments. We were laughing very hard. Also, there's a reason why people don't talk about it.
Oh, sure.
I guess. There's
a couple films like that in the Gene Wilder canon.
Quacker Fortune? You ever see that shit?
No, and that's the reason why.
Yeah, I tried to choke that one down. That didn't quite work. Yeah, so that's the one.
What is Sherlock Holmes's younger brother?
Smarter
brother. What is the name of the smarter brother of Sherlock Holmes?
Sigerson. I think they're like, it's a joke because the smarter brother is Mycroft and this is the younger brother. There's a good visual joke where they show a picture and it's all three of them and it's a little kid with Gene Wilder hair, little
like Harpo Marx.
Yeah. Track 29.
Can I give you a shine?
Yeah, it really just made me want to watch Young Frankenstein again. And I heard that he tried very, very hard to get Mel Brooks to do it. And who knows what kind of sauce he would have added, because there's a couple of moves. There's so many things in that movie where it's like you can see where the Gene Wilder is, but there needs to be a little something else, I guess. Someone
needs to reel it in a little bit or harness it better.
Lord knows there's weird dance numbers in it, like inappropriately. Not like it's inappropriate. It's just like for the film. It's just like, all right. So we have a really wonderful show, Jack.
There's something to be said about letting somebody else take some creative control on a project that you're already very invested in.
I very much love Gene Wilder and look fondly at all of his work.
That's the spirit. Let's continue the tradition of film. Indie film.
I'm still so jacked up from your song. No pun intended.
Aw.
Actually, you know what? Pun intended.
Excellent.
I can't wait to let us know if you got others in the chamber. You know what I'm saying?
In the chamber, in the windmills of my mind.
Oh my God. I have a funny story about that. I'm so sorry.
We're so close to getting to these movies.
I'm so sorry, but that song, the windmills of my mind, it's all sorts of movies. It used to end a Will Smith movie. And the biggest, strongest dude that ever worked, he was a farm boy named Jeremiah, who's actually in our movie. So if you've seen Clean Sheets, Jeremiah was terrified to clean the theater because that song scared him so much.
It's a creepy song. Like
it's
a circle
creepy.
In a circle, like a something in a something.
Wind within a wheel.
With a wheel within a wheel.
You're the one with the guitar. I'm sure you can do it. But,
it's just like it's a song of endless similes.
Sure.
It's just a list of similes.
Well, it's in very, very good movies, even though they're all of those. I think they're all
Thomas
referencing.
Crown Affair.
Yeah,
right?
It's all referencing Thomas Crown Affair. Yeah. But I know it because I just watched Killing Him Softly 18 times over the pandemic, and they definitely play that song. So,
well, I have been. Oh.
Leprechaun.
I also watched
original
Leprechaun. I watched original Leprechaun.
Oh.
Russell is watching and is commenting because I watched some of these films with Russell. We had
see.
a day at the movies, and I could only pick one. I can't be like, oh, well, let me tell you about these 3 films that I saw, and you just get the one, because we could do that for all night. But yes,
I mean, that's a totally different show. To be fair, have you guys seen Red Clover though? If you're talking about Leprechaun movies, go out. I can't recommend this movie enough. Go watch Red Clover, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready. No, there we go. This is very important stuff. Find Red Clover if you like Leprechaun films. That's my tale.
Good tale. I have been waiting several weeks to ask you this question.
Oh.
What's on the docket tonight?
What's on the docket tonight? We got some very nice. Very, very nice. We got some. We're going to start with Erica Wester's work. So we're going to do Welcome to Hell, the original 10-minute entire short. And then we're going to follow that up with the trailer to the sequel that's going to be coming up pretty soon. How do you feel about that, Jack?
I'm really excited about that because you know how much I love animation, and that's something that we have bonded over. Just, we talked about it for 2 hours with Erica. It was fantastic. So
it's true.
I'm very excited about it. I didn't know anything about her and her work beforehand, but I am very much on board with Erica Wester right now. So I'm
Oh.
very captivated by Welcome to Hell, and I really look forward to the eventuality of Welcome to Hell 2.
It's just crazy to me. She has such a huge following. And these characters specifically have such a huge following, I've found.
She gets a lot of fan art.
Oh my God. And I don't understand why people aren't just throwing cash at her. I'm sure, I mean, they are for other projects, but like, I don't understand why they don't see that people desperately want this and that they could turn this into the next big whatever. That being said, I remember watching Adventure Time before it was Adventure Time. Like, it was a short that we used to watch, and it was very, very, very funny, like this 4-minute short. And then it waited years, and then Adventure Time finally happened, and I didn't really get into that, but the short used to kill me. I'm gonna do a little dance. There's Jake doing that. So
the doggy dance.
Yeah. So let's all make sure that Erica gets either a series or a feature or whatever the hell she wants, right?
Give her what she wants.
Just give her what she wants.
Make it happen.
All right. You ready for the first short, Jack?
I am ready. Let us do it. Here comes Welcome to Hell.
Hey, hot stuff. You see something you like?
I think I lost my appetite. Why are you still here?
I think the more appropriate question is, why are you still here?
Because you suck at your job?
I suck at my job? I suck at my job? Jonathan, do you really think I suck at my job?
This is Sock. He just killed his parents. In his sleep. Now, of course, most people would be perhaps a little shaken after having just accidentally sleep murdered their parents. But Sock was not most people. See, Sock had been struggling with the overwhelming desire to kill things all of his life. You could say he had some mildly homicidal tendencies. No, what made Sock so uneasy was what he'd have to do next.
Well, old friend, never thought I'd find myself at your business end. Last words, eulogy. I suppose it doesn't really matter. It's not like anyone's listening or watching me right now.
Welcome to Hell. Would you like a hand?
Sure. Thank you, sir.
This is my office. Have a seat. Do you know why you're here, Mr. Sawachowski?
Because I killed my parents, killed myself.
Yeah, well, I'd kill my parents too if they named me Sock.
Where's all the brimstone and fire? Why am I not being tortured as we speak, suffering for all eternity?
Oh, don't sound so desperate, kid. See, I'm currently in the process of having Hell renovated. Everyone's off the hook right now. The only one suffering is me. Would you look at this place? It's a frickin' mess. The gluttons and the lawyers are in the middle of what looks like a turf war. The murderers have been hanging out with the network executives. That simply can't be a good influence on them.
The murderers or the network executives? So, what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna make you an offer.
Oh, you mean like a deal with the devil?
I mean like a job offer. Oh, come off it, Sawachowski. I already have your soul. You think I'm gonna challenge you to a fiddling contest or something? Anyway, the truth is, kiddo, you remind me of myself.
Yourself? But you're...
Mephistopheles. Please, call me Mephistopheles.
Well, as long as we're gonna be all buddy-buddy about it, you can call me Sock.
All right, Sawachowski. Sock it is. Okay, then, let me just pull up your file. You know, you'd think, being on a separate plane of existence and all, we'd have something a bit more sophisticated than a file cabinet, but you'd be wrong. So, tell me, Sock, how'd you get into the whole killing people thing?
Well, it's kind of personal.
I won't tell a soul.
Well, I mean, it's a long story.
Oh, I've got an eternity.
Do you ever plan to stop responding in clever puns?
When this place freezes over. Aha! Found it. Now, Sock, this demonary position I'm about to offer you is kind of a big deal. you'll be assigned to a human counterpart. It is your job to haunt, torment, pester, and be a general nuisance to this human until eventually he, punches his own ticket. We may be under construction, but we still have a quota.
You mean I get to kill people?
Not exactly. You get to help people kill themselves.
And if I decline your offer?
You won't.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Your first assignment is in there. You work 5 days a week, 9 to 5, and you get weekends off. She only gives Sundays off, and I'm the bad guy. She doesn't even offer dental. Hey, kid.
Why is he ignoring me?
'Cause he's disillusioned with humanity? I mean, he is a teenager.
Can he see me?
He can. They can.
Can he see you?
Nope.
Can he hear us?
He can hear you. You're talking to yourself.
What? Nuh-uh. He's wearing headphones.
What do you want?
I'm a demon, and I'm here to haunt you. Wait, that was terrible. Okay.
So you're really a ghost?
Demon, actually.
Huh.
You should probably just kill yourself. Plus, I've got this neat spooky hole.
Dude, I'm peeing.
What you listening to?
The Howl of Soundbox?
Never heard of them.
Seriously? You're unbelievable.
You're late.
I hate you.
You wanna stick something in it?
Kinda. Later.
I just realized I can get into your house whenever I want.
So, how long's it been, Sock? A day? A month? A week? Eh? No, really, the concept of time is something you people made up. I really can't wrap my head around it.
Oh.
Anyway, the point is, I hadn't really anticipated this lasting much longer than like a student thesis film.
A what?
Never mind. So you're really taking your sweet time with this one, huh?
It's been kind of hard.
So, you're not cut out for it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean...
So you're stalling because you like the guy?
No, it's not that.
Then what?
It's just that he doesn't even care. He's not affected. I pester him in class until he disrupts everyone. I make him uncomfortable while he's eating lunch. I harass him in the urinal.
Oh, yeah, I saw that little montage. Yeah.
I've got him passing balls to a ghost in gym class.
He's making passes at you?
Everyone's starting to think he's crazy, but it's just not getting to him. Why won't he notice me?
Why are you getting so bent out of shape about this? It's not like there's a deadline. I mean, it just has to happen eventually.
Well, what happens to him when I get him to actually do it?
Well, we're gonna need somebody to alphabetize the Hall of Crippling Phobias for the rest of eternity. Hey, he doesn't have a fear of alphabetizing, does he? Oh, that would be so good.
But what if I can't do it?
Oh, well then you're fired. That wasn't a pun. Well, see you later, Sock.
Jonathan, come on! A little death never killed anybody.
For the last time, stop talking to yourself and get out of my house.
Nice. That's a great punchline at the end.
It seems, watching it again, I was like, this is so specific. If you're going to play it on Cartoon Network, like you can't play it during the day, and then it's not 100% like what Adult Swim is. But that being said, if they put that on Adult Swim, that's what Adult Swim would become. Does that make sense? Did that just make any sense?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It's one of those, if you build it, they will come sort of thing. People will watch it. I think that the problem with what you said about Adult Swim is that, it's like a formatting thing, and they have a way of pigeonholing themselves. So it's like, is this something we Adult Swim want to do and go forward with? What if we have to change our format a little bit? So it gets a little bit tricky with taking risks and stuff, but
it seems like the kind of risk they should take. But
I'm with you.
Like, I'm biased, but also like, what could it hurt to have something that's a little bit more emotional? They play that damn Futurama episode every week with the dogs.
Every week, yeah.
Every single week.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Guess which one it is.
I remember being in college and that would turn on. We'd all go, no, and just have to find something else. Go watch Colbert or something. No.
Well, followed up with the South Park episode where Kenny actually dies.
That's so painfully funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very, very...
So it can be done, and that's the proof right there.
Yeah.
Just make it happen, Adult Swim. Do it.
I mean, if anyone is allowed... If anyone's allowed to do whatever they want and choose how they want to program their stuff, not to mention all of the anime that they have, which is... I never watched anime on Saturday nights. That wasn't my jam on Adult Swim. But, like, that gets pretty heavy too. So, and not like this is heavy. It's just a specific thing, but it has an audience. So I don't understand why it wouldn't get a bigger audience if it had a bigger platform. Yeah.
I'm
losing my mind. Should we watch the trailer to the sequel?
Oh, absolutely. Let's
do that.
I'm not sure if I actually believe in demons, but for the last week, I've apparently had one haunting me.
I figure if we're going to be spending so much time together, we should get to know each other a little bit.
I don't want us getting to know each other regardless of how much time we spend together. Because I don't know if you remember or not, but you're the guy who's trying to get me to kill myself.
Jonathan?
Whoa, slow down. What do you mean? He killed himself, right?
No!
Wait, what?
Jonathan? Is everything okay?
Look, I don't know how you managed it, but he's in hell right now. And he's not supposed to be there.
I feel so sad, I just pretend.
And you gotta go get him back.
I just pretend. You are so close, but so far away from me.
Jonathan, have I ever given you a reason not to trust me?
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
Go check out ericawester.com. She is also on Twitter, and she is on Instagram. She is where social medias are at.
Yeah, tell her Jake and Jack sent you.
Show her some love.
And definitely harangue whoever you need to harangue to get money her way. I mean, people did it for Zack Snyder. I don't know why they can't do it for Wester. You understand? Oh, there's an Addie Doe. Do you see the Addie Doe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She agrees.
She agrees. She says, yes. Yes, I see what you are saying. I'm picking up what you are putting down. What other things do we have to offer this evening, Jake?
So we're moving on. We're going to be moving on to our next filmmaker, Simone Kisiel, who we had a great time talking to a couple weeks ago. She does horror and horror comedy. How do you pronounce horror? Horror?
I say horror.
Horror?
Yes.
I feel like I say it wrong no matter what. So
do you horror?
Horror.
Oh.
It's a horror show, really. It's horror. It's a horror.
You would not make the cut in Apocalypse Now. I'm sorry. You would not be able to play.
No, what are you
Colonel
talking
Kurtz.
about? I'm bald.
But all right,
and I'm a little bigger than I should be.
So now do the line.
I once watched a snail crawl across a razor blade. That's pretty right. I killed it.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was Don Corleone in Vietnam. But no. Now say the horror, or the way. Yeah.
The horror. The horror.
Thank you for indulging me. Nailed it.
Thank you.
You've got the part.
I hope I passed the audition. So we're going to be watching Simone's stuff. We're going to start with a trailer. If you watch the episode, you've seen this trailer before, but Bugs, a Trilogy is her feature film that's available on Amazon Prime, and everyone should be watching this. I think this is the one that she is really wanting everyone to watch. She has a couple of shorts that are out in festivals, and she was so kind to let us play The Bet. Jack, will you give us that rundown of as far as resolution goes? I'm going to put you on solo so I can let this cat out the door.
Oh, about video resolution?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So the idea is you want to be watching on YouTube, where we have the highest definition so that you can watch in 1080p. If you are watching on Facebook, that's great, but you will be watching it on a lower quality. You'll be watching at 720, so it's better to watch these films in their highest format. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to go to some place like Amazon where you can watch these films where they are available, or watch them here when we show them? How was that?
Oh, you did it so well. You
vamping. Just vamping.
You killed it. You just nailed it, Jack. Thank you. I know everyone does want more time with Jack, so I understand.
I get that a lot. I get that.
Definitely give Simone some love. We'll put her URL up for Magic Dog Productions so you can find out where to watch her stuff. But let's start with Bugs, a Trilogy trailer so you can see what to watch on Amazon next.
When's my mom coming to get me?
She'll come as soon as she's better.
It's only for a few days, Elliot.
Elliot?
Your blood tests show that you're making significant progress. You just have to be patient and trust me.
You look exhausted. Just kept waking up.
More nightmares?
Yeah.
You're probably just being paranoid.
I have bites on my wrist.
There are monsters in my room. I'm not making it up.
Why don't you believe me?
want to make her even sicker? Let me go!
If you think that is true, you are more delusional than I could even have imagined.
There's nothing there.
Again, apologies to my mother for not warning her about the bugs.
Disclaimer:
there's really so few bugs in this movie that when there are bugs, I'm like, oh my god, there's a bug.
There they are.
Oh my god! I'm terrified.
So go to magicdogproductions.net to check out more great work from Simone and Alexandra, who is her main writer for. She wrote that one. She wrote Bugs.
There's Vermont roots, right? And we have
Vermont roots.
That's very Midwestern roots. We don't say that where we're.
That makes me think of The Point, the Harry Nilsson movie.
I just started watching that, but I didn't finish it. It was late, Jack.
Yes, there are Vermont roots.
I promise I'll watch The Point before the next time we talk, and then we can have a whole episode where we talk about it.
About Harry Nilsson, and I could play
gotta
Harry
wake
Nilsson.
Up, gotta get out in the morning.
Thank you.
Yada da dee, yada da 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 da. That's my Harry Nilsson.
Me and my arrow. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Alexandra and I were in a couple shows with Lyric Theater Company back in the day.
Is she from Vermont, or did she move to? That's awesome.
Yeah. She's a homegirl. She and her sisters, they did a bunch of acting. They're all actors, a family of performers.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I love to hear it. You love to hear it, folks.
Yeah.
Well, definitely check out magicdogproductions.net. Find Bugs on Amazon Prime because it's available, and it's a fine film. And Alexandra not only wrote it, but she stars throughout the entire thing, right?
Yes, she does. She plays a variety of characters. She really gets to stretch her chops a bit.
That's wonderful. Do you want to dive into this short?
I do. Let's show the bet.
Let's see.
Yeah, so
Oh, you must try my divine Norwegian Genevieve.
What's that?
It's our nightcap.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Nice place you have here.
Bequeathed to me by my late great-great-grandfather, the Duke of Suffolk, Earl.
Do you play piano?
No, it's just there. Come. Oh, please be gentle.
Be what?
Oh, these chairs are 400 years old.
This tastes expensive.
Well, nothing gives me more delight than to serve the disadvantaged.
Oh, how thoughtful.
But I digress. I must divulge. I didn't think I'd see you today.
It was a bet.
A wager?
Yeah, sort of.
Wow, this sonata you speak of. Put it to words. Explain it to me.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't usually go on dates with white guys.
Naturally.
Yeah. And so my friend was like, Alexis, if you are so anti-racism, then why do you only go on dates with black guys?
Innate enhancements.
Sure. Yeah, so I decided to try the whole Tinder thing and just expand my horizons.
And expanded. That skyline vista has become. You must excuse me. Would you like some ice?
No, I'm good.
Carry on.
That's basically it. Just decided to try something new. How about yourself?
Well, I must admit, you are the purveyor of an experiment of my own.
Really?
Yes, you see, I've never had a taste of Africa, one might say.
Sorry?
No, you're fine. My very first thought, she is pretty for a black girl.
What?
You'll have to Pardon me.
Where are you going?
I must retreat to the lavatory.
Do what you gotta do. Proof I give my boys a chance.
What a morose apple you have become. You see, I consider myself a curator of sorts with a woefully incomplete collection.
Excellent.
Absolutely fabulous. I loved it. There's some really great details in there. I love the makeup in that movie. I love the scalp effect. It's really gross. It's very, very gross.
That was disgusting.
It really played. It played very, very
Yes.
well. And this guy's Patrick Bateman-esque, whatever the hell is going on. But there's some there's some fun dialogue in there. It's really fun.
Like a really goofy Patrick Bateman.
Oh, so goofy. I was telling you before, I purposely didn't watch that before we played so I could watch it fresh. And I just loved it as so funny.
I hadn't seen that either.
A nightcap at what seems to be noon.
Yeah, it's clearly the middle of the day.
Just crack my shit up. That's really great. I can't promote Simone enough. She's just wonderful and her work is so great.
Let's do that right
now.
And
full disclosure, I would love to show longer stuff. We're here on StreamYard here, and there's a time limit to our videos, and I didn't feel comfortable chopping up her work. We've played with it a little bit before, and we're going to watch Clean Sheets in a little bit, which is a side A and a side B. So we can make it work. That being said, I made Clean Sheets, so I don't mind editing it however I want to. But definitely go to magicdogproductions.com and give them some love because whatever they do next will be ruckus. They're not going anywhere. They're onward and upward. It's really wonderful work.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Jake, you got a song for us? I'm just kidding. You want to sing something a cappella? Sing Lord or something? Sing Royals for us?
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful work. A little halftime show for everybody. So that's what we have.
That was for you, Luke Taylor, whether or not you know it.
The real good stuff.
Yeah.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Red Clover. Red Clover. If you want to watch a Leprechaun film that subverts your expectations, Red Clover. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We have a little bit more. So are they? I don't.
Are they?
Well, they are trophy fish, so yeah, I think they are pretty big. So go to these websites, go check out their work, and now we're moving on to Dakota Loesch. Also, if you are just joining us for the first time and haven't watched these interviews, now that you've seen the work, go back and watch the interviews. It explains a lot. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. We go deep. So Dakota, he wanted us to play clean sheets because we're all very proud of it. That's going to be a lot of fun. I did secretly steal a trailer. We spent a long time talking about Kiss Like Big Dogs, which was his first show and the thing that introduced me to him. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to play the trailer for that web series because you get to see not only Dakota as a baby, because he's very baby, and it's very sweet. But also it's kind of like the rawest form of what you can see Dakota do until you see Anchorage. Anchorage is really back there. He's really
pretty psyched about Anchorage.
Yeah, it's really fabulous stuff. So let's watch Kiss Like Big Dogs. Hopefully you'll love it. And then Google it and find it because I don't know where it's posted. Harangue people for it. That's the name of this episode. Harangue.
Harangue it.
Harangue. Harumph.
Harumph, harumph, harumph.
Let's do it right by the garage door here.
This one?
This one right here.
Which one? There's two.
Right here. Kind of the medium.
Yeah. Right.
Farther back.
Kind of like, you think? It's not a whole lot of light. You want to step out into the light a little bit?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's way better.
Good?
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
All right. Hey, how you doing? What's up? My name's Kelly.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clement.
What's it gonna be about?
Every girl I ever knew, or smooched on, or crushed on, or blew it with, or crashed my bike into by accident one rainy day, all mashed into one. Blemishes,
Fill in the blanks.
You're a 3-year-old child.
blackheads.
If I had a blank, I would blank.
You don't have your own place? You don't have a room we can sleep in?
If I had a job, I would quit. Crooked teeth,
You don't have any money to take me out? I'm supposed to be happy about that? I'm supposed to think that's sexy?
purple panties.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, good. That's what I have to do. That's what I need to hear. All right, let's go, let's go.
Come in for
No, I'm trying to.
You need to get there.
Get some bath salts in me, girl. I'm ready.
You are so good.
Do you love your life?
I love you.
You love your life.
Sure, yeah. When
I don't
you're in
care
it
if you
with
love
you
me,
in
but
it-
it's about your life.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
You want me to go home? Is that what you
I don't know.
want?
You do whatever you want. You can be your own person. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm sorry. I love you though. Can we kiss or something? Kiss goodbye, a hug, anything?
Well, what are you gonna call it?
I think,
I'll be the first one there to greet them. I said, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that something to kill for?
Kiss like big dogs. Who the hell was that?
We did a Valentine's Day show. That's the reason why I'm friends with Dakota, because he sent me that movie.
I can see it. You get to see him do a lot of range in that trailer alone.
Yeah. It's
So I'm
there's a
looking
lot of
forward
love
to
in that
seeing the
movie.
whole thing.
Yeah.
You like a good relationship flick.
I do. I like a good relationship flick. I like that one struck me because he's pretty much the only guy in the movie, and the rest of the everything else is just like the women around him, and that struck me. And I was very jealous the first time I watched that, and I was like,
because you wanted
what?
to have made that movie.
I think at the time, probably, but honestly, now that I've made stuff, like, it's so Dakota that there's no reason for me to be jealous of anything. It was just really well put together and very personal. And it was before I did Scrapers, so it was just like more personal than anything I'd ever done. And I was really hoping to do that. So he murdered that show, and he's such a fun person to hang out with that it was really the only name that ever came up, and now he's pretty much the only person I write anything for. So there you go.
Well, he was a blast when you had him on last week, so I really was glad that I got to finally meet him and talk to him.
Yeah, he's a joy, and we'll have him back in August for birthday month.
Heck yeah, as he says.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So what's left? What's left now are the first two chapters of Clean Sheets.
Fantastic.
So, we'll do side A, and then we can take a little break and then do side B. And I hope everybody enjoys it. This is labor of love for me. I was very pleased that Dakota wanted to show it. I wouldn't have shown it tonight, I think, otherwise, but since we had him, it's one of, if not my favorite Dakota performance. So he's just my favorite actor. What can I say?
Well, let's see this labor of love, and let's see
what happens.
Happy birthday, baby.
Thanks, Buzz.
Are you ready?
You know, I just got here. I barely finished my cherry pop.
Well, you want to finish your cherry pop first, and then we can leave?
Well, what's the rush?
I don't know, baby. The night is young. The sun has set. We got something to celebrate. There's reason for good celebration. It is BB's fucking birthday. You know, this is the Goetia equivalent of Purim.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Well, considering Purim is the one night a year a Jewish boy like me can cut it up and burn it down, I'd say it's pretty close. Ow, 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 ow.
Hey, watch the coat.
Yeah.
Watch
Can
the
I have
coat.
one?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, good fellow.
Yes.
What is on the docket for this eve?
Well, I have magnanimously procured us a carriage, a buckboard, if you will.
Oh, yeah?
Just for the night, though.
What is that?
Because I'm borrowing it.
From a friend?
Sure.
Buzzy, I don't want to be spending my first night of the new year in the tank if you catch my drift.
No. It's nothing like that. Listen, I'm trying to keep it a secret, okay? But, okay, someone downtown wants to see it.
Oh, I'm not going downtown.
You can finish your cherry pop.
No, I mean, I just got settled here. The music's nice. The weather's even better.
That's what I'm saying. So finish your cherry pop. There's no rush.
I'm not going downtown.
Sure.
Sure what?
Nothing. Forget it. Just go inside, finish your drink. I'll get one too. How about that?
Listen, I don't think you understand the point of what I've been trying to say, which is I'm not going fucking downtown.
I know. You're doing a great job of trying to convince me that, baby. It's beautiful, and I love you for it. But the truth of the matter is here, we gotta. Your presence has been requested, and it behooves the both of us to heed her request.
Her?
I said too much. Oh, gosh.
Well, why don't I just finish my cherry pop and we'll leave then?
Darling, I would have it no other way. You know what? I'll actually buy you another cherry pop. How about that?
Oh, that's wonderful.
But you got a tip. Is this cash only?
Yes.
Okay, then you gotta pay. But it's the thought that counts.
Buzz.
Yeah, what's the word, Hummingbird?
Where are we going?
You'll see. Be patient. I'll just tell you where to drive, and trust me, you'll love it, okay? I promise.
Okay.
And this is just the beginning of the night. There's like a whole thing after this. We're gonna have a real nice time.
Nice. Good.
Can I bum another smoke from you?
Yeah. Here.
Thanks.
Hey, Buzz?
Yes, BB.
Did you hear about Rosalind's party tonight?
Who told you about that?
So you heard about it.
Who told you about that? Tell me.
Jess.
God damn it, Jess. Just shut your fat fucking mouth.
You think we should make an appearance?
BB, why on earth would you want to make an appearance there?
Wish her luck.
You're gonna wish your ex luck with her new husband. That sounds like a good idea to you.
He ain't her husband yet.
Oh, very healthy, BB. Sure, let's go to the party. For your ex, you can just fuck with her. Let's do that.
I'm not fucking with her.
You're fucking with her.
I'm not fucking with her.
You are fucking with her. She's happy. Leave her alone.
I'm just trying to be nice. Mature, whatever.
We just drive. Please. We're practically there.
was filthy. Happy birthday.
Yes!
No, you wait your turn.
Okay. Thank you for having us, Miss Brown.
On my ex night, I'd have it no other way. Now you get your Tide Buds inside. This girl needs a smoke. When I was a child, I couldn't wait to be an adult. Adult thinking, adult fun. I thought I'd finally understand it. But the older I get, the more I realize that there are no real adults. Everyone's just a bigger version of the 10-year-old that they used to be. But with all the alcohol we can drink. And when I owned this, when I made peace with it, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna bloom like a flower in a field of plastic. It doesn't pay to be real. Superficiality is key. The older I get, the more savvy I am. The better I know myself. Because out there, I'm a fucking Barbie doll. And you should be too. It's for you. Oh, hello, Mr. President. Why, no, I can't sing your birthday song this year.
Because she's singing it for me. Mr. President, I get the birthday song. Fuck you.
Only birthday songs for BB.
Yeah, fuck you.
Happy birthday, dear BB. Happy birthday to you.
Tell her not to go to Rosalind's stupid ass engagement party.
Jesus. BB, why do you do this to yourself? Is it the Catholic thing? Because I know plenty of boys and girls who will lash you for free. I will fuck you up. You know I'm right. Which is it? Go to your shitty ex's party, or have a smoking big titty fox lash your ass. Gratis.
Oh, I'll just take the gift card, thanks. What's on the docket?
Well, I hate to ask you this on your birthday.
What?
I could pay you both good money if you do one itsy bitsy favor for me.
What's the job?
Oh, it'll be fun.
Oh, it's fun, babes. It's gonna be fun.
See, this clutch was stolen from me, and it can only have been one of two people. They both deny ever having seen it.
Is there any possibility that they may be telling the truth?
BB, the truth is like assholes. Everybody's got their own stinky version.
I don't think that's how that phrase goes.
Look it up. You'll learn something. The last time I saw the clutch, I was having a business dealing with these two individuals.
What's the clutch look like?
Fabulous and one of a kind. You'll recognize it in context.
Who are the players?
Kalu Calais and Greasy Dubois.
Oh,
Not
I
interested.
ain't going within 14 blocks of that greasy son of a bitch.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's nothing personal, but like if it was just Kalu, we could work some business, I think. But you know, Greasy is just Greasy, so that's not.
You would send me to Greasy Dubois' shack on my birthday?
Would you like $30,000 on your birthday? Yeah, I said that correctly. $30,000. And I hate to burst your bubble. Greasy lives 2 blocks from here. You can walk there. Save yourself the cab fare. Double knot your sidewinders. Walk to Greasy's. Hold your breath. And get my fucking clutch back.
Ooh, I'm finally getting money. 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 Life is good when you feel alright. When you make a living sleeping at night. I make money when I sleep. I make money when I eat. I make money all day while I'm biking down the street, yeah. Life is good when you feel alright. When you make a living sleeping at night, yeah. Life is good when you feel alright. When you make a living sleeping at night. Ooh, I'm finally getting money. Ooh, I'm finally getting money. Ooh, I'm finally getting money. Ooh, I'm finally getting.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm biased, but I can just keep watching that movie. It clips along for me.
I'm looking forward to the next installment of Clean Sheets.
I suspect that's the movie I made.
Darius.
That's the movie that I made.
Welcome back, Darius. Glad that you're tuning in.
So yeah, welcome back. Yeah, I'm excited for what is it? Film Stuffs So Far Volume 3.
Yeah, that'll be next month.
Yeah, we'll play Chapter 3, maybe Chapter 3 and 4. Who knows?
Do you want to talk about influences at all?
Influences. A lot of what we were talking about last week. So sorry. We just got this comment from Darius and it distracted me. My bad. I'll send you a link, man. There's a link on YouTube. If you go to my website, jellyrollchicago.com, and then go to YouTube. The whole series is there. We'll be playing it here.
I love the part when she lights up the coal for the hookah with the butane torch. Because more movies need a drag queen wielding a butane torch.
I agree. There's some fun stuff. That whole sequence, when I was editing it, I realized I was just ripping off Hard Day's Night.
It's kind of like a Hard Day's Night, but with pink flamingos as well.
I mean, that's really nice because I always love when the influences that come off to an audience are different than the ones that I intended. Because what I always say, the major three are Elaine May's Mikey and Nikki. It started off as a remake of that movie and then turned into this. Early 1970s Scorsese, anything from the 70s that he did, and then
Mean Streets, Clean Sheets,
and then and then anything by Ralph Bakshi. What were you just gonna say?
I just realized that right now. I never made
Oh, really?
connection. Yeah.
So I watched Mean Streets one night.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen it like ever. And I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest movie ever made. Oh my God. Like having grown up watching Goodfellas and all of the 90s stuff, like at a really important time in my life for cinema and stuff, like finally seeing Mean Streets in a way I should have, where I was like receptive to it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's everything. It's everything. It's 70s. It's all the moves that he later is like perfected and stuff like that.
Absolutely. It's a little bit all over the place, but he definitely needed to make that in order to get to the point of being able to make something like Goodfellas.
Right. And so,
and even the stuff that happened along the way, he just really needed to work that out. And I'm really glad that he made that.
100%. It's
an interesting film. A lot doesn't work about it, but it's worth the watch.
Yeah, definitely. So Sally was house sitting. She was doing watching dogs, and I went from where I was to where she was, and I said, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. And we were watching, and halfway through, I was like, I'm going to make my own version of this. I'm going to call it Clean Sheets. And it was it was a joke for a long time because we were going to be calling this movie Mikey and Nikki the entire time. And so if you watch the Dakota episode, we talk about how everyone got their names and everything like that. So after we changed their names from Mikey and Nikki to Buzz and BB, then the next question was, well, we can't call the movie Mikey and Nikki anymore. What are we going to call it? And Sally immediately, without missing a beat, Clean Sheets. And so hence,
perfect.
That's why we got it. And I'm very pleased. I love that title. And
you can really see what Dakota was talking about, how they're a couple of dogs. They're just always up on each other like a couple of dogs are.
Yeah, and it's cute because there are really
adorable.
specific moves. You can see her do this because BB used to do that. And I believe I told him to do the big yawn on the couch, So we definitely played it. We played it up as much as we can, and I think it works as the movie goes on too.
And Nether Friends, is that one guy? I mean, he had the Soul Food horns were featured there.
Yeah, so Soul Food Horns is a different person. Soul Food Horns is like, it's 1 to 3 people, I want to say. And so when we were coming up with the soundtrack, the way me and Sean Nether Friends do it, I make a playlist of known songs like Motown. The whole soundtrack was Motown songs. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you 1-to-1 exactly what Motown songs inspired each song.
Sure.
The one for the party scene was Tears from a Clown. I originally edited the whole thing to Tears from a Clown. So it'll still, and the fun thing about that is that if you put the original soundtrack in, it still cuts together because the way Sean does the music, it's the same beat anyway. Sure. So we said because it was Motown, we wanted horns. And he has a buddy who can do horns, and then he just sits there and builds the song up and sometimes writes lyrics. The guy's a monster. He's on Spotify, makes a living on Spotify. I can't recommend Nether Friends enough. Like, he did a thing where he's like, I'm going to release an album every month. And then the next year he was like, that was good. I'm going to release 2 albums a month. And then he was like, that was good. I'm going to release an album every week. And then he was about to do his second tour of all 50 states, and the pandemic hit. So he's just a very well-traveled gentleman.
Wow, he's like a machine.
And he figured it out. And so he's holing up in, I believe, Nowhere, Texas right now. And we're starting pre-production on a new feature. And
excellent.
Hopefully he'll be wanting to do the music for that.
Oh, I hope so. He's just got really quite the range. You get to, I love how it just goes into that dreamy driftscape at the end of Side A that we just saw, but then it's just really amped up for everything else.
That's
a lot of fun stuff there.
Neil Young and the Blue Notes. Have you ever heard that album? Do you know that album?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. In the late 80s, 1988, he did an album called Neil Young, like Neil and the Blue Notes, and then there's Melvin. Melvin and the Blue Notes, or whatever his name is, totally sued
Harold
him.
Melvin.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes totally sued him, and they had to change the album name to 10 Men Working. And it's his like jazzy horns album from the late 80s. And the track Ordinary People is a 30-minute track from that era. Or 18 minutes. Maybe it's 18 minutes. Full sitcom.
Is it
really
is
great.
it 18 minutes, but it feels like 30?
It's a long song. It was released in 2006 or something, but it was written and recorded in the 80s. So he sings about Lee Iacocca, which is like one of my favorite references, but it doesn't play anymore.
Yeah. What was the film we spoke about with aliens in hell?
Aliens in
was
Hell.
That Red? Was that the Leprechaun one? Red Clover?
No, Red Clover is a straight up Leprechaun film. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet, watch Red Clover. Red Clover is a Leprechaun film. Amazing cast. I cannot suggest it enough. The film itself has a mental breakdown about 2/3 of the way. Like, have you ever seen a film in and of itself have a mental breakdown 2/3 of the way through? You just watch Red Clover?
No, I just watched the film in and of itself.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that's a mentalist illusionist taking you on a journey. It was a Broadway production that got filmed a bunch.
Nice.
Something like Aliens but in Hell adaptation.
I'll blame it on the grass. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
We'll figure it out, Darius. We will. It might have been, I don't know if it was from this show or this killer segue, my daily show, Film Stuffs Light, which I've been doing every day at 1:00 Central, where I just kind of scour for movie news and talk about what's going on. Some script I read that I liked.
Film Stuffs Light.
Yeah, do you want to play the cute little video that I have there real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. That's the one, the closer one?
Well, yes, I believe so. Okay. Yes, light closer. Yes, sir.
Got it.
So I'm doing that on YouTube and Twitch. I'm not doing it on Facebook so that I don't bother everybody with notifications all the time. Yesterday I talked about how AMC CEOs gave themselves bonuses for the year of 2020.
Aww.
So it's a lot of fun.
Good job.
We scour the box office. I know they work so hard. They really kept things going. Wow. They kept the movie theaters alive during this pandemic, and I'm really proud of them. And they really earned these stock options that they got and severe cash bonuses. It's very, very good. If you want to hear me talk about shit like that, just like, I'm angry and it's dry, but we have a good time, and I highly suggest everybody come hang out with me if you're not doing anything in the afternoon. I'm just trying to, learning how to be on camera for an hour by myself. And sometimes it's shorter than an hour, so don't worry about it.
They only let you in the rave if you're dressed smart, agricultural. Going to all those corn raves on Film Stuffs Light.
I can't wait for corn raves.
Well, in the promo, you're like, it's this rave Children of the Corn mashup.
Hardcore trance farming. that I do like this idea as well, and we can throw in some aliens. We're not that close, but we're close-ish to not close-ish. We're like several hours away from where Dave Chappelle does his like farm stand-up. Like he owns a farm in the middle of Ohio.
Yeah.
And just does stand-up all the time.
That's a bit.
Well, it's not a bit. It's true. He does it. They are barn dances. They're selling tickets, and we got to really want to make a pilgrimage to that. But that's what it reminded me of, that we're just doing comedy in the corn. I live in corn, Jack. This is what happened. Bones woke up this morning. There was a deer in our front yard.
Did you give it a name, or did it steal your soul, or what happened?
No, we name everything else.
Okay.
So no, we have 2 cats named. We have a groundhog named Edgar, who owns a couple of houses. There's a couple of bumblebees.
Edgar or Edgar?
This is
like Tom
I don't know.
Eggert.
Well, I don't know if it's contentious. I feel like Hillary calls him Edgar, but I have always called him Egger, Egger, which is Egger, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, sugar.
That's how you say that line.
And water.
Well, Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Exactly. So I say Egger, but I like that. I wrote a character in a script named Egger once. So I just like the name. But you're right. It's like Dave Eggers.
That's it, Dave Eggers.
Yeah, he's not my favorite, but it's okay.
Well, he suits the purpose of this reference right now.
Exactly.
That's why we keep him around.
Yes.
What?
That's a very funny thing you just said. Took me a second. I'm so slow.
What have we got happening next week, Jake?
Oh my God, we got Chris Ray coming. We have Chris Ray going to be on the show. I have to do a lot of research, and I have to like put on my bow tie. We got to be
it's a bow tie affair. We
have to be on good behavior, Jack.
Yes,
we can't schmuck our way through this one. It's she has a film on IMDb TV for free called Unexpected, and she has another film that just came out last year called I Used to Go Here with Jillian Jacobs and Jermaine Clement and a bunch of other people. It's like a for real big old movie, and we're going to ask her what it's like to do a festival run in the middle of a pandemic, where it's like genuine big festivals, you know?
Yeah.
And
how absolutely.
We'll see, like how I want to try and ask her some questions that she hasn't been asked yet. So I'm going to be doing a week full of research, and we'll see, because I do want to know how she ended up with that cast, because it's pretty crazy. And she shoots lots of her work in Chicago, and she's been kind enough to do screenings with me in the past when she absolutely didn't have to. She's such a class act. Too cool. So like when I used to do these screenings with Dakota and we showed Kiss Like Big Dogs, I also had a month where I showed so Edgar according to Bones, but Egger for me. She showed her film Empire Builder with Caitlin Scheel, and it was actually, that movie was shot by David Lowery, who like directed Pete's Dragon and the upcoming Green Knight movie and stuff like that. So she's just been deep in the indie scene. She was right there when Mumblecore started. Like she was right there.
Oh, wow.
So we can talk about that too. Because she was like genuinely in the eye of the storm of all that.
Seems like she's driving the storm right now.
It seems as such. She's been on the Chicago New City Film 50 several times. And every time I've had the pleasure of meeting her, she's just been like too nice to me. What the fuck is Mumblecore? Jack, we're old. We're old, Jack.
How does one describe Mumblecore?
So back in 2005, all these guys are, yeah, because I remember the film festival when they premiered some of this stuff. And I actually met Chris Ray forever and ever ago in a past life for a hot second. But it was a movement. These guys are all huge now. Joe Swanberg, who did the show Easy on Netflix, and the Jake Johnson movie Digging for Fire. and playing for keeps, I think it's called. It's all on Netflix. He has a bunch of movies. The Duplass brothers, who did, they became huge deals. Cyrus, Jeff Who Lives at Home. They're big actors now. So one of them is on Transparent, or was on Transparent. And the other one is on The League and keeps acting in independent stuff. And so many other filmmakers, tons of other filmmakers made a movement where they were just taking their Canon. At the time, it was what, a Canon XL or something like that.
Yeah,
like
really
whatever,
very indie stuff, pretty low budget.
DV
kind
tape, like DV tape camera, and
it's one of the great things about Cyrus. You just get that. You really just feel like you're watching it with a homemade video camera.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing. Swanberg made these unbelievably like explicit movies. Duplass movies made these really relatable films, but everything was like for $10,000 or under. And it was at a time when people were willing to watch all of that, and before it got oversaturated, because once there was an actual like movement of mumblecore, everyone started making these mumblecore movies. And so like you could say Scrapers is that, but I don't think it is. I think it's just like fringe indie comedy. You know what I mean? Like
it's similar to the vibe of the thing like The Office, where it's kind of like a pseudo documentary type of thing.
Kind of.
Where it's like, is this more on the real side? Is this who's documenting this? Like,
yeah,
who's the narrator here?
It's very fly on the wall.
Yeah,
very fly on the wall. And I just remember it really blowing my mind at the time that they could do all of that. No, that's a really good question. Is it based off the equipment used, or does it have any principles? Okay. The only way that it's like Dogma is that it doesn't exist anymore, right? Like film eras they end. If they happen, they end. So whenever
by the time you're able to really talk about it, I suppose.
Right. Mumblecore was probably dead by the time they were actually making real money. Like 2 years later, a year later, you know, like Swanberg was making IFC money for a while, and so I have to do more research in exactly where Chris Ray fits in all of that, and because she was definitely right there as well.
Looking forward to that, especially talking about the festival circuit on the big scale of things, because when I submitted my music video, it was for a lot of smaller types of things, and it was very exhausting just to do the ones that did accept it.
Yeah.
Simone was talking about that. Just really, you miss the vibe of getting the live audience and really people there at the experience and watching your film.
Definitely.
At the movies.
And what it's like to have like she must have a team behind her. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of getting the film. I don't think you don't make a movie with these actors and then like, okay, I'm going to go on to Film Freeway myself.
Right.
But
no,
we'll
it takes
definitely,
a village.
So we'll learn about her style. Let's do it. Come back, Darius. And you can ask her that. We'll see what she has to say. I'm sure. I think she's friends with people in all those movies. So I don't know how mean she can be. I don't think we'll get that, but I'm curious. I am curious about, as always, her influences, but also just kind of what she thinks of the landscape right now, because she is one of the few people making like, this is a romantic comedy, like heartfelt, character-driven romantic comedy, which is my bread and butter. I love it, and where the room is for that, and what's up next.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, things to look forward to.
Went off on a tangent there. Just kind of tapped into it.
Yeah. Got any other pearls of wisdom for us this evening?
Just come back next week. Hang out with me when you can. Pearls of wisdom. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitch and all of that good stuff. And give us some love. Share. If you like independent film, tell people that we're doing this.
Subscribe so that you can be the one to say, "Who rang that bell?"
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, where are my bubbles for the background, like with Lawrence Welk?
Well, Jack, I hope you croon for us again.
It will happen again.
Yeah, if it's not
will.
For the film stuffs so far, volume 3, then maybe beforehand. We'll see, because I like starting with a song. That was very fun today. What a treat. What a treat.
I got some stuff in the works. I'm not making any promises, but we'll see what happens.
It's a real treat. Wonderful. Oodle lolly.
Oodle lolly, what a day.
Any last comments, Jack, before we wrap this baby up?
Happy Pride Month to people who are out there. And that was the other thing about seeing Veronica Sinclair with the blowtorch that made me think of that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, be nice
Wonderful.
to each other.
Yeah, be kind. Happy Pride. And we will see you in the future.
What's that billowing down the stairs? Look, I'm really starting to worry. There's half-eaten cupcakes everywhere, we're all out of paper clips, and the curtains smell like dude. What? No. No. What? No. What? Well, that's where I used to grow my weed, but that's a story for another day. Never mind. We drove around until 3 a.m. looking for another all-you-can-eat fish restaurant.
And when you couldn't find one?
We went fishing. Yes, I have something that I'd like to sell.
Please tell me it's your hair.
No.